Okay, so maybe this is you. You feel bloated, you feel off in your body, you're just not feeling right, and you say, well, maybe it's just a part of aging, maybe it's something that just normally happens over time. But what if it isn't? What if it's actually your body telling you that something is wrong and that you need to make an adjustment before it gets worse? So I had my tire indicator light come on just yesterday, and I brought it in to get my air pressure checked, and lo and behold, there was a nail in my tire. And had I not listened to that indicator and actually went in and took care of it right away, I could have ended up on the side of the road, and I hate being on the side of the road. It's no fun. So here's the thing. Our body has warning lights too, that if we pay attention to them, we can actually avoid larger problems in the future, like surgeries and all these doctor visits and all these medications where you need one medication after another medication after another medication. Now, I'm a nurse, I'm not a doctor. Definitely talk to your healthcare professional about these things, but we're gonna walk through 10 signs that your body is inflamed that you should not ignore. Okay, so number one, achy joints. This is not just a sign of getting older. So inflammation in your body actually breaks down cartilage over time and can lead to pain and loss of mobility in that joint. So common triggers are gluten, processed meats, different foods that you might be intolerant to, and inactivity. So I have a client, Linda, and she came to me because she wanted to lose some extra weight in her body. And she was also having all this back pain, swelling in her ankles and in her legs. And after 30 days of working with me, she said, Andrea, something surprising happened. Like, oh, okay, what's surprising? It's like, my back pain is gone. Her back pain had completely disappeared within the 30 days. Mind you, she's had back pain for many, many years, and she just thought it was a natural part of aging. So now her back pain is gone after just a simple of food swaps that we did together. All right, number two, bloating and digestive discomfort. Some common triggers are gluten, dairy, some sugars, and some particular carbohydrates in more sensitive guts. I have a client, Chelsea, who came to me, and she was having all of this digestive pain, so much so that she was delaying eating in the morning because of the stomach cramping and pain that she had after she ate. And she started working with me. Within the first couple of weeks, her digestive pain completely went away. I mean, 180, where did my pain go? The bloating disappeared, her skin started glowing, she felt amazing in her body, lost weight so easily. And all from a few simple food swaps of figuring out some of those things that were actually causing the digestive pain. All right, so number three, frequent illnesses. So this is something as a mom I hear all the time. The illnesses are just making their rounds in my family. Everyone's going to get sick, and they expect to get sick, and they get sick often. And I sit there and I don't say anything because I'm like, our family doesn't get sick. We haven't been sick at all this season. And I feel a little guilty when people around me are saying that they're sick all the time, but really it's showing that their immune system is burdened, that there's already inflammation in their body. So common triggers are actually dairy. Dairy increases mucus production in your body. And so if you have any type of cold, you want to avoid dairy because it's increasing the mucus and making things worse. So are you one of those people too, like my friends, that feel like getting sick all the time is normal? Comment down below and I'd love to give you some extra tips and strategies that you can use. And let me know so I can make another video specifically about that for you. Okay, number four, skin issues. And we see skin issues from a very young age, don't we? Starting with acne in our teens and having some more skin rashes and dryness that come up as we age, and then loss of elasticity in our skin, more wrinkles. So any type of redness, rash, itchiness, that can all be a sign of inflammation inside your body because your skin is your organ that you can see. You can't see your liver or your heart or your kidneys, but you can see your skin. And if you see issues on your skin, it's an indicator of what's going on inside your body. So big triggers are oils and fatty foods as well as dairy, which also has a lot of fat in it. So cutting out some of those foods can really help to turn around some skin issues. Seen it time and time again that when you reduce down the fats that you're eating, especially the saturated fats, it really starts to improve your skin, and likewise it's improving your internal organs as well. So I like to see the skin as that indicator of, okay, how is internally in your body doing? And I use it for myself as well. Number 5, having fatigue or feeling just really tired. You wake up in the morning and you are not quite awake yet, even though you've had a good night of sleep. So some of these triggers that can affect your sleep are high fat meals, especially in the evening within a couple hours of going to bed. If I'm gonna have something before I go to sleep, it's usually something very easy to digest, like a banana, some tea with honey, something where it gives me a little bit of something, but not enough to where I'm gonna have to be digesting that. Because when you're sleeping, you want a pretty clear digestion as much as possible so that your body can use that energy for repairing, not just digesting. Okay, I'm gonna save you 10 years of struggle here. If any of these symptoms so far, you're thinking, well, you know, some of those things I do have, definitely go down below and take my wellness survey. It is a culmination of my experience as a nurse, my experience as a nutritional coach, and as well as in my own personal life with taking out dairy for my son, gluten for my hormones, and really cleaning up my diet and getting to the point where I feel so good and so energetic in my body. This is something where you just answer the questions really quick and simple, and it gives you a specific idea of what you need in your body, not what someone else needs or what this influencer online says that you need, what you specifically need for your body. And that way you can go forward and you can be very specific on the shifts that you make, and that way you're going to see the most progress. So definitely go down below, take that wellness survey. Okay, so now for the next 5 inflammatory symptoms that you definitely need to pay attention to. Okay, so number 6, brittle or damaged nails, nails that maybe don't grow very well, maybe they have ridges in them or even have a yellowish tint to them. Those are nails that are showing that your body's under inflammation, and sometimes that can be leading to a nutrition deficiency. You might have more of a fungal infection if your toenails are yellow and real ridged and brittle. Those are definitely signs to make sure that you're watching out for, because along with our skin as well as our nails, it is showing us of something that's going on internally that we can start to shift and move with some simple changes. So some common are an imbalance in your digestion. Maybe you have some food intolerances that are making it harder for your body to get some of the nutrients from the food that you're eating already. Okay, number 7, mood swings and PMS. This is a big one that we think is normal because everyone around us has mood swings and they have heavy cramps and they don't feel great around their period. Now, while some natural dip is totally normal, the really heavy periods, the anger, the mood swings, those are not normal, and they can get a lot worse over time, especially getting into that perimenopause and menopause type of time where things can get a lot worse very quickly. But if you look at it earlier on or make some shifts now, you can start to change that very, very quickly within just a couple of weeks. So for me, I had really heavy cramps and I was very angry with my husband. I was not a great person to be around, and changing my diet, specifically removing gluten from my diet, really turned around my hormones. I finally felt like I was normal. I was me again. My heavy periods went away, and I felt like a normal person. So yes, common triggers: gluten, dairy, food intolerances, a lot of stress in your body, because your body will actually stop making progesterone when you have too much cortisol production, because it uses some of the same building blocks. So if you're under high stress, your body is not making enough progesterone, and that's what you need to be higher at the end of your cycle. And that's what most people are missing, and they have an imbalance of estrogen and progesterone. So if that is you, by helping with your digestion, helping with your stress and some food intolerances, you can start to turn that around. Okay, number 8, cravings. This is a big one, and I see it turn around with my clients very, very quickly. So cravings are showing that you have an imbalance in your blood sugar actually getting inside your cells. Because when that is working normally, you eat food, it gets digested, the sugar in your bloodstream goes into your cells, you have energy in your cells where you want it. The problem is when you have sugar in your blood, but not in your cells. And you can have high blood sugar, but still have cravings and still feel hungry and still not feel satisfied. So once you start to balance your blood sugar, a lot of that turns around as far as for cravings. So some common triggers for cravings are definitely your refined sugars and refined oils. People do not realize how much oils are impairing your body's ability to get glucose, your blood sugar, inside the cell where it needs to go. So reducing down some of those oils and fats actually improves your blood sugar. All right, number 9, brain fog. So many of us have poor memory, poor attention, brain fog. And while some of that is our distraction culture with phones and always having notifications coming up that are constantly distracting us, also, we have that going on inside our body, that there is constant inflammation, that your body can't pay attention to whether there's a virus it needs to defend against or whether it is a food that you ate, something going on inside your body that your body's on this high alert all the time. All right, so common triggers, these are all the same foods we've been talking about that we all know that we need to shift. And what I love about the wellness survey that I have is that it gives you the specific things that you need to shift in your body for the biggest result. So number 10, the last one, chronic headaches. I had a client who came to me who was having chronic migraines, headaches every afternoon, and she wanted to lose some weight. Actually, she didn't even come to me for headaches. But the crazy part is after just a couple weeks of switching out gluten and dairy and oils, her headaches went away. And she was blown away. She's had these headaches for a very, very long time. So a headache is a sign of inflammation. You're much more likely to have headaches if you're in a heightened state of inflammation inside of your body. So that's definitely a sign that you want to watch out. So you definitely need to go to your doctor and tell them about the symptoms that you're having. I help to work with you with your doctor, help you to be able to reduce your medications with your doctor, help you to be able to have more energy and to be able to know what to eat on your plate. Because I'm a nurse, I've had special training in nutrition, and that helps me to be able to work alongside you and what it is that you and your medical team are doing. So definitely take the wellness survey down below so that I can see what it is that you need help with. We can hop on a call, or you can just start doing some of the things yourself. And then also check out my community down below. I have your first 5 pounds in 1 week challenge that helps kickstart you, where I help you to be able to remove some of these foods and give you simple swaps to make it really easy. You're not going to feel restricted, and lose your first 5 pounds within a week, because when it's inflammation weight, it comes off fast, and I'm going to help you to be able to do that. So go down below, join my challenge, and we're going to have a lot of fun together. I can't wait to hear about your first 5 pounds and your next 10 pounds and your next 10 pounds after that. So excited for you, and I'll see you in the next one.